Welcome into the top 5. It's time to talk tight ends in the 2025 NFL Draft. Number 5, Gunnar Helm at Texas. Why is he 5th and not higher? Well, he just kind of came out of nowhere this year. Now, look, Texas fans knew about him, but they still had Jatavian Sanders the year before. Gunnar Helm, as a key part of that offense, is anyone else for the Horns in their run to the semifinals this year. First down machine, really good in blocking, does everything you want him to do. Fantastic in the red zone. He's the kind of tight end a team can build something around. Reminds me a lot of Dalton Schultz, who with the Cowboys and now with the Texans. Just a guy who moves the chains, who does everything that is asked of him. Number 4, Mason Taylor at LSU, the son of Jason Taylor, former Dolphins superstar defensive end and NFL Hall of Famer. This guy is an athlete upon an athlete who hasn't even hit his full potential yet. The only reason he is not as high as some of the other guys on this list is, well, one, there's some super studs on this list, and 2, he just needs a little bit more seasoning, but he was one of Garrett Nussmeier's go-to players for the Tigers this year, and this is a huge moment in his career. The winning, was it 2-point conversion against Alabama?
Yes, sir.
Yeah, winning 2-point conversion against Alabama a couple years ago, and he's still a young player, still raw compared to everybody else on this list. He gets with the right team, say the Chiefs or the 49ers, a team that coaches up tight ends really well and has a veteran tight end that might be gone in a couple years. Watch out for Mason Taylor in the NFL because his athleticism, especially for a guy his size, off the charts. Number 3. Fannin Jr. of Bowling Green. Maybe more of an H-back type, a guy you can do a lot of different things with, move him all over the formation. Super athletic. If you watch Bowling Green this year, their offense was fantastic. I know that I'm saying if you watch Bowling Green, that's only football nerds like myself, but Harold Fannin Jr. Was on every award list for any kind of tight end, receiver-related award, and deservedly so because he was absolutely fantastic. Super athletic, can do the hurdle thing, fast, strong. Did not have the best week at the senior or in the All-Star game week, but still a guy that bears drafting, and the right creative offensive coordinator can do a ton with him as tight ends are starting to change in the Brock Bowers era of what can we do with these guys. Number 2, Colston Loveland from Michigan, pure tight end. I mean, if you're talking about I want a tight end who blocks, who's good in the red zone, who does all those things, who gets first downs on third and medium, that's Colston Loveland. Athletic, strong, all of that. He does not fit in the category of a Brock Bowers of a let's move him all over the formation kind of a guy, but as an inline blocker, as a tight end, as the classic badass, just knock you in the dirt, win the catch over you in those big spots, be it for first downs or for touchdowns. That's Colston Loveland from Michigan. Absolutely, and he has a lot of time under his belt. Plug and play to start right away pretty much because he was in a pro system in college. He'll be great. Would not be surprised to see him wind up with his college coach, Jim Harbaugh, with the Chargers. And number 1, if you remember, he was on my dudes list because you can do anything with this guy. A lot like Brock Bowers. They lined him up in the Wildcat to take direct snaps. They moved him all of the formation. He caught deep passes. He caught short passes. He ran the ball. He ran tight end around. He ran, like I said, in the Wildcat. This guy is a monster. He does not care who's in front of him. He's going to win that battle. He's got great hands, big hands, you can see right there, pretty much wrapping around the whole football. All the measurables that you're going to want, speed, strength, size, jumping, all that stuff. So he'll do well in the Underwear Olympics. But where he really exceeds is when you turn on the film and watch this guy play. If you did not watch Penn State this year, which I can't believe you wouldn't because they were in the semifinals for God's sakes, but Penn State is probably nowhere without him on offense because they did not have plus wide receivers. This guy was everything in their passing game and a little bit in their running game, which was elite anyway. Tyler Warren, let's give him a top 15 grade, top 20, because tight end is one of those positions where it gets kind of tricky on picking someone early on in the draft. but he will be a first-round pick. Mark my words, and he will improve any offense that he goes to. That's going to do it for this episode of the Top 5. We'll be back tomorrow. Smokey, ring that bell.